guys. It's Wednesday.
That it is.
That it is. It's not Thursday. It's not Friday, though I wish it were. Middle of the week, though. A lot to be proud of. We got through the first 2 days. I think we can celebrate that. But, dude, the snow outside is just ridiculous at this point. I get it. Like, not my first spring in Western New York. It snows all the way through April. But the roads were so slick this morning that we tracked. I mean, I don't even know how many accidents. This is a new one, right?
No, this is the 219.
Oh, this is still the 219?
Yeah, this is still the 219 that we've been following since, I want to say, like 6:15, 6:20 this morning.
Yeah, so it's been, what, more than an hour, and it's crawling. This is like in Orchard Park, right?
Yes.
It's in Orchard Park, part of the 219, yeah. So it's crawling. You can see it's just the left lane that people are using. I mean, there must not have been a lot of salt on the roads. Oh, there's Aaron. Aaron's going to kind of help us and tell us what we've been. You couldn't log in?
Well, come on in. The water's fine.
Come join us. Do you want to get in the...
Tell you what's going on. The weather computer does have...
Come on in. Okay, Weather Daddy's here to join us. Good morning, everyone. Thanks for being here with us.
Oh, this is crazy.
Anita thought she slept through it, honestly. Here. This one works? John?
Yeah. Well, hold on.
I didn't.
We're doing live tech through the show. Kim, good morning to you. Snow on the ground in Angola.
Yep.
Snow on the ground pretty much everywhere, right, Aaron?
So is that the buzz this morning? We're talking about the
Yeah,
snow?
we're talking about the snow.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. Yeah. Oh,
This is so funny. Scooch in here.
okay.
You have to like really get close to the microphone. You have to like eat it.
Okay.
There he
Can you hear me
is.
now? Hello. Yeah. Wintry Wednesday.
Look at this crew.
Look
at this crew.
We got Johnny. Oh, Johnny, my boy Marrero. Ellie coming in strong.
Melly, we missed you. She said she's sick of adulting and getting in the way of her second cup action. We missed you too. Stay with us, please. No more adulting.
Okay, so 219 northbound and southbound at 179. There's an accident. So left lane block going northbound, left lane block going southbound. So heads up in that area. 219 northbound and southbound, and then Interstate 86 from exit 24 to 21 closed both directions. So Interstate 86 in Cattaraugus County from exit 21 to 24. If that's part of your morning commute, you're going to need an alternate route as it is closed in both directions. I see Melly saying accidents on the 219. Yep. Number of accidents in Amherst earlier. The roads are super slick this morning.
So are we thinking the roads just weren't treated and people were going their normal speeds and probably spinning out and sliding all around?
Yeah, and you have late March winter apathy. You're just done. So I know coming in this morning, I take the new 990 and the 290, and they're covered in snow, and it was very, very slippery. So it took a lot longer to get in this morning. And then as the morning moved along, we had a number of accidents. A lot of them have been cleared, but we're still dealing with some, especially Interstate 86 and also those on the 219.
So we rolled on all the crashes. So this was what we saw this morning. This is what the commute looked like.
Wow.
If you were on one of these roads, you know exactly what this was like. But this is the 219, the 290 at exit 2, and then the 90 westbound. This is a ramp to exit 65.
55.
At 55. And everywhere, pretty much. So many different areas of Western New York. Just dealing with these crashes. Just kind of a mess.
It was a huge mess. And this guy, John, behind the scenes, making sure we get all the accidents on there. So, I mean, it's 8 o'clock already. It's just amazing how quickly our morning went by because of the lot of activity. I like when it's busy. I don't like it's busy because of accidents. And we had a number of them this morning.
Yeah, Anita says it's winter apathy. Peter says, welcome to Buffalo's 5th season sprinter, spring and winter together.
I do. I love that graphic. That's like spring 1, teaser,
yes.
Winter. Back to winter. Yeah, who ordered this weather? I don't know, Mark. Somebody.
It had to have been you. You wanted more airtime.
Did you order it?
I wanted more airtime.
You were telling me
I'm
just
trying to
yesterday
back
that you wanted
away.
more-
Don't
that
shoot
you wanted
the
more
away
messenger.
from the camera.
Don't
And
shoot the messenger.
yeah, so unfortunately, now we talked about too. Our last snow last year was April 5th.
Yeah.
But the year before was April 24th. And
So
April 24th.
we're not even close.
No, so we might have another month. And I know back in the day we've had some Mother's Day flakes. I graduated in 96, and that was mid-May, and it snowed at my graduation.
Oh, God.
So I'll never forget that. I said, I'm out of here. But here I am.
Gosh.
So, yeah.
Linda says, I thought we had snow in June once a long time
We did.
ago.
One day that we had the latest snow is like a June 7th.
That's nuts. I moved here in
wild.
2019, and my parents dropped me off, and it was in like the 40s, kind of windy and really cold. My parents were like, "Are you sure we should leave you here?" And I was like, "I think it's gonna be okay. It'll probably warm up, but
Yeah, I mean, you went to Syracuse, you know.
yeah,
what's up.
but I wasn't like working in it. I was like,
That's true.
you know."
Yeah, if you're with it's snowing out, I'll just take this class.
And he says 96 college.
Yeah, that's when I graduated.
That's when he graduated college,
Question mark,
96.
Yeah.
Someone said, "Is Ed okay?" Ed is more than okay because he's not here.
he's
He's
living
on
the dream.
vacation. He's not dealing with this. He's not seeing these roads. He's not dealing
You
with
don't
the snow.
follow him on Ed Dranch,
Dranch
TV,
TV?
on all 50 media platforms?
Yeah, hit
that
up
he's
Dranch
posting
TV on
nonstop
Instagram.
on? Yeah.
You'll see he's out there having a good time. We're kind of holding down the fort.
I
He deserves it. The guy works hard, but
believe
he is on
NITEC just cleared
vacation.
The crash on the 219.
Okay, 219
north?
might be good.
South.
Okay, so 219 South looking better, but 219 North we're
What is that
waiting.
mile strip?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, Lorianne, Weather Daddy, when are we going to get a break and back to warm temps?
This weekend we're in the upper 50s, but then we cool off again Monday and Tuesday.
For some reason, I'm not seeing the weather graphics here. If not, I would pull them up. But
Oh man.
you just gotta trust the big guy here. Like
Yeah.
we all do.
They were up. Disconnect. Or
Shonda says, I can remember Memorial Day out in the country.
yes, we've had some flakes
Snow.
flying at the end of May. Definitely some Mother's Day flakes. So
Ugh.
Easter flakes are not uncommon. You're hoping they don't happen this year. I feel like since we've had kind of a normal winter, normal-ish. I mean, our snow totals are still below normal, but it felt more like a Buffalo winter this year. So we're dealing with that. And this morning, with the temperatures just below freezing, the snow coming down, things are very, very slippery. So we still have the accidents out there. Mario Lopez not liking our weather.
Yeah,
he's
he's-
liking his paycheck for the movie.
I know, right?
I'm sure he's
I'm
got
like,
a warm trailer. He'll be
Look,
fine.
Mario, you'll be fine. He is here shooting a movie. I don't know where exactly he is
I couldn't tell where he
in
was either.
Buffalo. It looked like in one of his videos that he was maybe in Barville, the North location in Clarence.
Oh,
He
okay.
posted another one. But yeah, Mario Lopez's caption for his Instagram or Twitter, I don't know where he posted it. He was like, "The weather is weathering in Buffalo." And I'm like, "Yeah, buddy, it's March in Western New
I
York.
think
Welcome."
it was before both of you were here. He came. I had a MC an event with him.
Oh,
for-
really?
Oh.
Yeah.
You and Mario Lopez go way back.
Yeah, we're tight. We're buds. We're like BFFs. We did not exchange phone numbers, so I guess we're not BFFs.
Well.
But at any rate, he was super nice. We did an event here where he came in when we introduced all the new shows coming up for ABC.
Oh, wow.
They did like a weather theme, like, oh, what's the forecast for fall? And he and I did that, and he was super nice. I have a picture with him, and
Oh.
flew in. I'm sure he was nice because, like I said, might be complaining about the weather, but
Yeah.
Who's more ripped?
it's more ripped. We didn't take our
Hey,
shirts off.
There's only one Iron Man here, huh?
That's true.
I didn't
I don't think
ask
Mario
him.
There's
Lopez
only
is
one
an
weather
Iron
daddy.
Man.
Lopez. I know you don't like the weather, but have you done
Weather
Iron Man?
Daddy
Yeah.
over Mario Lopez every day. What's his the character from Saved by the Bell? That's what everyone knows him from, right?
Oh, it wasn't Screech, right?
AC
No.
No, Slater.
Slater.
Is that he?
I
Sure.
didn't see that.
Cubbies,
show.
let us know. I didn't watch that.
It was
oh, good
before
old,
my
yeah,
time.
good old Slater.
Good old Slater. Yeah, there
Was
you
it?
go.
Okay. Then who was the other one?
I didn't watch that show.
Zach Morris. I'm
It's been a
guessing.
while.
I
I'm-
really didn't watch that show.
I'm purely
I
guessing.
don't know. Oh,
AC Slater, and he's here filming
Heather's
a.
coming in with the AC Slater.
There you go.
Yeah.
And he's filming a Hallmark movie here, so it's perfect that he got some snow.
Twins.
Kind of ideal.
District Firefighter. Something. Oh, that's cool. Sarah giving us the inside scoop right there.
The Hallmark movie.
He's,
His job will be as a twin district Lancaster firefighter. Some of the scenes will be filmed in the village of Lancaster. Okay, Sarah, thank you for the info there.
That's really cool.
That's very cool. Yeah, in his video, he had like firefighters behind him, so I guess that's part of it. So I guess he's like the firefighter heartthrob, gonna save the girl.
Kelly says
I don't
Zach
know.
is the other one.
Zach Morris,
Oh, it's
Screech
Screech
Powers.
Powers.
Screech
and
AC Slater.
Nice.
Okay,
So-
we'll
Well,
take
this
it.
was a
We'll
summer
take it.
movie, right, Anita?
I-
Then someone should get fired for scheduling that at the end of March in Buffalo.
Exactly.
I don't know. 2 weeks ago it was basically summer, so
I
man.
know.
Last week, record
Or last
high,
week.
mid-70s last week on this date. Yeah.
Yeah, Nancy says she'll take snow anytime. No fires, no floods, none of that crazy stuff. And
Hey, man, I mean, that's a lot of people don't mind it. Like, obviously, a lot of people do mind it, but like Holiday Valley's going to stay open for another week, and they got fresh powder
Yeah.
today. So if you're skiing, you want to
Huge.
get your money's worth. This is your season. Keep going.
do you
This-
have?
the
Can you pull up
second
the
the big
Pembroke
guy-
camera?
yeah, I can pull that up. The second the big guy says lake effect snow, I get fired up.
Yeah, oh, you
I'm
do.
so excited for
Yeah,
it.
You
At
got
least you're
some winter
civil
guys over there.
to about it. Like there were times like people would come in and just get like so mad.
Mad at you?
Dude, yeah, I'm just the messenger.
I
Yeah.
get
You
happy.
can't shoot the
Yeah,
messenger, man.
yeah.
I mean, I don't love snow. It's not my favorite thing. My birthday is on April 21st. In my first 2 years here,
Oh,
it
that's
snowed.
right, you and Brady.
It
Yeah.
snowed on my birthday. Yeah, me and Brady were twins.
Yeah, twinsies.
It snowed on Brady and mine's birthday the first 2 years I was here, and I was like, this can't keep happening, you guys.
Well,
We gotta have spring. And I know that like spring kind of goes back and forth in Western New York. Is it still snowing in Pembroke? So there was an accident that we were following, and you can see there's snow on the ground out there.
there's snow.
Johnny's pulling it up.
They cleared
Trying
that
to.
one.
He's doing his
Yeah.
best. So that was one of the accidents. I mean, I think we were up to what, like 5?
It's not really snowing
Yeah,
anymore.
we had there was 5 or 6 of them on the
pretty
screen,
clear
and then a lot that didn't come in. Like we talked to Amherst PD, and they said there are accidents
Yeah.
everywhere. And
Okay,
then
look at that. That's
990 was
Pembroke.
super slippery. So yeah.
You see all that snow on the ground on the sides of the roads there. Glad to see that accidents cleared up. But yeah,
Okay.
Heather, I love snow. That's why I live in Buffalo. Best year for snowmobiling. Huge year for
Yes,
the snowmobilers.
snowmobilers are thrilled about that. So what's your next topic? Because I got to stand up.
Oh yeah.
Being under
What,
my knees is tough.
Graduated in '96.
I did, yes.
You can tell by the knees.
Yeah, it was definitely May of '96. I was.
Let's
there.
talk about digs.
Yeah, dude. Okay,
Ah.
so we had the whole thing, right? Mac Hollins. That was a fun conversation. But we talked about Mac going
That's
to the
one way
Patriots.
to. No, that's one way to describe it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Mac Hollins conversation. That fun is one way to describe it.
Anita,
That's not
Anita,
it.
where you at? Anita
Oh.
knows the deal. So Mac Hollins went to the Patriots, and he was on a 1-year deal. I didn't see him as like a forever bill, but you saw the fans really embrace Mac Hollins, and it's always really it's like insult to injury when one of your favorite players leaves and then goes to a team in your division.
That
So
you just like.
right, that we've hated forever. So then you have Stephon Diggs, who a little bit of bad blood there. We talk about him a lot. He'd been posting a lot. He unarchived his Instagram posts that from Buffalo, and we were
What does
like,
that mean?
so he had hidden his posts from Buffalo.
Oh.
Like on Instagram, you can hide some of your posts and like archive them.
Okay.
So he brought them back. So everyone was like, will he be coming back to Buffalo?
So much
What's
drama.
going on? So now he signed a $69 million, 3-year, I believe, deal with the New England Patriots, man.
You know what? I would be more upset about Hollins. I think Hollins will have a bigger impact on
Yeah?
Diggs. Torn ACL.
31?
On the other
Torn
side
ACL.
of 30. Like, plus, if he doesn't get the ball, they're not going to be that good. They've spent a lot of money. That doesn't mean they weren't that good. They don't have a lot of
69
talent.
mil is a lot of money for
I
someone who just
know.
tore their
For a
ACL.
torn
That's a
ACL,
nice amount.
Yeah, I'll go run in the parking lot and tear one for that, you know? But, like, serious, I don't know. This one didn't upset me that much. I wanted Hollins to stay because I really thought that he and Josh had chemistry.
They gelled.
Yeah, but, like, we cut this guy and took a $30 million cap hit. I trust Brandon Bean a lot, and, you know, they'll be
Yeah, I feel like, I mean, the Patriots have a lot of building to do, so we'll see. Kelly says, thank God he didn't go to the Jets. I think it would have stunk either way.
Hollins also got what's reported 5 times more than what the Bills are offering him, I think, to go to New England.
Was it 5 times?
I mean, if it's
I think it
about
was
the
like,
money.
I think it was like 2.5. Didn't he get 10?
Oh, he got 8.
Okay,
8
so
to
4
10.
times.
Still.
4 times the amount.
That's a
Like,
lot. That's a huge difference. If they were close, I bet he would have stayed. But you know, I'm going somewhere else if you're giving me 6 to 8.
He was
more dollars.
a locker room guy.
Barb
Anita
says,
talks
so-
about what his intangibles off the field, of course.
Yeah.
You know, and he brought a lot in on the field and in the locker room as well.
Barb says, he's not liking Houston. I guess not.
Yeah.
Lorianne says they can have him in his drama. Anita, I never cared for Diggs.
Oh, but Kim loves Diggs.
Barb thinks he's trying to find his happy place. Is it New England?
Like, is a guy like that ever happy? I mean, how much?
That's a good question.
Tons of money. You're super talented. You're on commercials.
Oh God.
But
We can't pull up
Nope,
Anita's
Nope.
comment.
Anita, no.
Jeanette says Anita with the, well, good thing Ed isn't here because you know Ed would be just diving right into that one, letting Anita have all these
This is interesting.
these
for Connie.
moments.
what Connie said.
I'm sure Josh didn't want him back.
Who,
I don't-
Stephon?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure he would take any weapon that he
I
could
think
get.
Josh is kind of guy. He's like a golden retriever. He kind of likes everyone.
Yeah.
I think he adapts to the people he's around.
Yeah.
Um,
I think Josh. I think you're 100% right. I think Josh would have said, you know, maybe okay, a couple of years, maybe you're fine. Yeah, maybe whatever happens in the past. Just catch a ball and let's win a Super Bowl.
yeah, Marguerite has a good point. When DeMar was rushed to the hospital in Cincinnati, apparently Diggs was one of
Yeah,
the
he
first
was.
people
He got
there.
like an Uber and went right to the
Yeah.
hospital. I mean,
We had
he's
some good
probably a
memories with
very-
him.
He's either doing really amazing things or he's kind of throwing some teammates under the bus.
He's
So,
like polarizing a little.
yeah, he can be polarizing, but he does have a lot of positive qualities. His time here wasn't all bad, but it was a time for a breakup, and they did.
Yeah.
And they ate what $30 million. In the
Yeah,
cap. So
yeah.
there's something more than what we all.
Something
would be
behind the
my guess,
scenes.
yeah.
So I don't know. What do we think? Is New England going to be good this year? They got
They
Matt
did add some
Collins.
good players on
They
their
have a
team.
young quarterback, right?
The
They
guy-
said
the guy from
Ennie has
Philly.
pumped up the D.
No.
Yeah, they.
I don't
they got
think
the guy
so.
from Philly.
Yeah, I'm blanking on his name. But
Sweat?
Simmons.
Oh,
No, no, no,
not
no.
that guy.
It was a defensive lineman.
Yeah, big one.
The thing is, we do this every year, right? The Bills are supposed to be third
Oh,
this
Here we
coming
go.
into this season.
Yeah.
The Jets it's their division to lose, and then
Rodgers.
let's not forget about the Dolphins. Oh, and then New England is up and coming. The Bills could actually end up fourth, and then before you know it, the Bills are fighting for the number 1 seed in the AFC. I'm not worried at
Yeah,
all about the Patriots.
It's
at all.
hard
I
to
think-
entertain those other teams in the division when we've been just bodying them the way we are. I've only ever really had a little bit of fear in the Dolphins before Tua got his like 6th concussion. So like, I think the Bills probably own it. Kimberly, thank you for chiming in. Diggs wants that ring. He's not going to find it in New England. Their
No.
time has passed. It's the Bills' time now.
He
And
wants
honestly, I
the
agree with
money
you.
There, yeah, he's not getting a ring there. And like you said, with the Dolphins, they've been super quiet this
yeah.
offseason. There seems to be a lot of locker room drama in the diving with the Dolphins too.
Mhm.
Their coach isn't really somebody.
Yeah, I mean, he's vaping on the field.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I think he's not where McDermott. I think he's
He's a solid guy.
grown really as a coach. Where was it McDaniel? I don't care for him. And then
Yeah.
New England's coach will be fine. Vrabel's good. He's kind of a New England.
Yeah, but it's his first year kind of back in action here.
Yeah.
They got a lot of new things to figure out in New England. I don't think you get to a point where your program is, top of the AFC when you're still kind of in those building years. But look, if they're building the tools and do what they can, I mean, they got to see the Bills 2 times a year. So good luck. Mary says Diggs is overpaid. He's not worth that kind of money. Mr. Drama King.
It's the Bills division to lose, and then it's the race for, I would say, 8 wins for whoever comes in second.
That's all you got to do to get second in the AFC.
Yeah, like I think if any team ends up with 8 wins, then you're good. And
We
I
have a
think it'll
tough
probably be the Dolphins.
schedule next year.
So
Yeah, I guess we
I
have a tough
forget
schedule
what
this
it
year too.
is.
Well, next year Baltimore,
Oh, yeah.
Play them.
Philly, Kansas City,
Yeah.
Cincy.
Mark says
Uh,
we
The
need to
only
get bigger
team-
on the O line. It's back to run first. That's if, we still have the James Cook drama going on. He wants more money too.
yeah, but he's playing regardless.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
going to
he
play
has
for
to
sure.
He has to
Contract.
Will
play.
that affect it though?
He has 0 leverage with the Bills.
I mean,
Yeah.
right?
contract year, he might play even better. He
Yeah,
might go
maybe
off.
try to get more money.
I'd say I'll show you guys. I mean, if he plays so well that he outprices us, that's fine. You know what? Great.
But have a
If
good year
our
this
last
year.
game is in mid-February and he's the Super Bowl MVP and he's like, you guys
I'm going
better pay
somewhere
me,
else. Yeah.
or I'm going somewhere else, I'd say I will cheer for you so loudly at the parade, but go
Good luck
cash
to
in
you,
money.
brother.
Banners fly forever. That's all that matters.
Exactly.
I feel like it's been a solid offseason though for the Bills. I think Palmer, the new wide receiver, he talked to media yesterday and
Yeah.
he said that he really felt valued. And I think that's cool. I mean, like we said, Sean McDermott, Brandon Beane, they've got their heads on straight. And I think they have an environment and a culture where they make guys feel like, hey, they want to be here. They want to be here in Buffalo where it's snowing in March.
I think that is a huge thing, Taylor. I think when you value an employee, that is huge. And those guys will run through a wall for McDermott and Allen. So, valuing them is huge. And then he called Josh Allen, Josh Allen, called him right away. Hey,
Mhm.
welcome to the team. He's like, wow.
The quarterback,
The
the
Chargers call me,
MVP.
and now Josh Allen's calling
The
me.
MVP is
So,
calling you.
Could you, I'd be so ready if Josh were like, Aaron, come on, you're going to block for me. I'm like, I will.
Run through the
Yeah.
wall.
Yeah.
If I was Brandon Beane, I'd probably extend an olive branch to Kevin Adams because Palmer's coming from LA. I think there's palm trees there.
There
And
sure are.
I don't think that there's palm trees
There are no
here
palm
in Western
trees.
New York.
I have some thoughts, but I don't think I want to share them. But yes, and then they win. We're doing great now that we just about out of it. But yeah. Anyway, I have to get going because I have to go get ready
Yeah.
for the next cut in. I haven't shot
Thanks for hanging with us.
my video for the reel yet.
One time for Weather Daddy. Thank you, Weather Daddy.
Thanks, guys.
When you talk
Great.
about we'll scooch back in. You talk about running through a wall. That's pretty much what one police officer did for his community in Leroy. Want to show you this video. We got a cool video to show you today. There was a fire at a home, and when the sheriff's deputy got on scene. This is in Genesee County. A sheriff's deputy saw the homeowner using a fire or like a garden hose to clear the fire. And then one of the police officers shows up. This is the body camera video from him. And they're doing everything they can. These are police officers, not firefighters. They're using fire extinguishers. They're using brooms out there. They're doing everything they can to clear this fire before the fire department was able to show up. And you know what? I mean, these are our heroes. These are our first responders. This is probably one of the coolest things we were able to show today. And they said, look, this is what we do. We know that the fire department is volunteer. We got to do whatever we can to save this house. And at the end of the day, no one was hurt. They were able to save the house and save the structure. I mean, imagine if they didn't like jump into action in this situation. How cool is this? John?
I'm sorry. I'm watching the video again because it's so great to watch. I couldn't imagine being in this situation either. Like, don't get me wrong. I can't imagine being in any kind of like emergency situation
know.
where I have to jump into action.
Look at him. Look at him after this. In his police gear, not in any fire gear. They obviously have to wear all of the right materials to go and battle fires. And he's just covered in all that smoke and soot and stuff. I mean, that was probably one of our cooler ones of the day today.
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah, Anita chiming in. The community has to work together. Kim saw it. She said it was amazing. Marguerite, she loves that video. I'm so glad we were able to get the body camera video of that. Can you imagine being that guy who owns the house being like, you know what? I have no idea what's going on in my house. I'm going to get the garden hose and just try to do what I can. He calls 911. He doesn't know when police are going to be able to respond.
Yep.
And then, police show up. They don't have the tools to put out a fire. So what do? They grab the fire extinguishers, they grab the brooms, they're doing everything they can. Barbara, you're absolutely right. It takes a village. And Julie says the dog pool saved everything. Nancy, thank God for first responders. Let's see. Anita, I'm taking a CERT class, Community and Emergency Response Team.
Oh,
there you
that's
go.
great, Anita.
I think that's awesome. I really want to take a CPR class or something. We talked about it a lot. We brought up Damar Hamlin. I know that's a big deal. I don't know if I'm that kind of person, though, if there's an emergency, if I'm able to like jump into action. I've never been in a situation where I had to be like, that when that lady hit me in the Dashes parking lot last week, I was like panicked. So I don't know if I could do this. I mean, so just kudos to this officer. And he was so like calm, cool, and collected when we interviewed him about it. Like just another day on the job.
That was probably my favorite part, is hearing from him and basically being like, you never know what's going to happen on any day, but it's just another day on the job. It's great.
Scooch in. You're like out of the frame.
You scare me, so.
Okay, well, get over it. What else do we want to talk about today? Do we want to talk about the group chat? So this is something, I mean, I saw it everywhere yesterday, this morning, all over headlines. This is just such an interesting, this has got to be a first, right? This has got to be a first time this has happened. So these are all the people who apparently were in a group chat. And the odd man out in that group of people is Jeffrey Goldberg. He is the editor-in-chief of The Atlantic. And he wrote an article basically saying, I was included in a group chat where they were discussing war plans, where they were discussing military tactics and things like that about some kind of fight going on in Yemen. It was Yemen, right? So the app that they were using is called Signal. And the Department of Defense leader, Pete Hegseth, has come out and said, we weren't talking about war tactics here. Everything's fine. Nobody worry. They are trying to improve the communication, obviously, after something like this happens. And then, is it Waltz? What's his first name? Mike?
I'm blanking.
Mike Waltz, I think it is, was the person who put the group chat together. And he says, well, he put the group chat together. He's not responsible for the guy from The Atlantic making it in there. But I mean, how does this happen? Can you imagine? What would you do if you were just on your phone, checking your text messages, and you logged in and you saw that you had a text from Pete Hegseth and the Department of Defense, and you were in a group chat with all of these federal officials talking about Yemen and the war?
I don't know. Short answer, I don't know. I don't know what I would do if I was in a group chat with people from the White House.
Like, and there were some of like the screenshots of that conversation going on. And has this ever happened before? I mean, obviously we've only been the age of group chats in presidencies for, the past decade or so. But how could this happen?
The only thing that I can compare it to is when you're in a group chat and you go to text someone on the side
and you text
and
that
you
to
text
the group
in
chat.
the group chat.
Like, what
That's
a
the only
faux
thing that I can
pas.
compare it
Can you
to.
imagine, like, oh my gosh, my heart would sink. I would cringe if I made that group chat and accidentally added a journalist from the Atlantic in that group chat. And you know, he was instantly like, I got my next
Yep.
scoop. Oh
Yep.
my gosh, that would have been insane. Anita says if she was in that group chat, she would contact WKBW. You have to immediately let us know if this happens. Connie says her daughter just told her about that chat. Rosemary, not the sharpest tools in the shed. Kim says, so tired of these people. It's awful. I believe we're going to war because of them. Sorry, not sorry. You know, it's just wild. Every day there's a new headline that baffles me. Mark
Yeah.
says, these people are not pros. They're billionaires that are friends of his.
That's the other thing too. Like, not to go into the political scope or anything like that, but I don't know. On the one hand, you want the president to back like his team, right? So I guess it's good that he's like backing him. But on the other side, we've seen Trump in office just completely throw people right under the bus without hesitation. Like,
I
this
mean,
seems pretty cut and dry.
That's what I'm
And
saying.
oopsie doopsie happened.
A big oopsie.
Yep.
Huge oopsie doopsie. Barbara, my question, why did none of the participants ask or verified who everyone was on the chat? Because they immediately just started talking, getting in there, chatting back and forth. Oh, like,
That's
I
a
wonder
bad
what
look.
happened.
It's such a bad look.
I want to know what happened after they found out that he was in the chat. Do you think they just canceled the chat? Did they start a new side chat? I mean, has this ever happened to you before? Have you ever like texted the wrong group chat or you text the wrong person? Or
Yes.
I've accidentally sent a screenshot that I took of a conversation
Ugh.
right back to that person. Have you done that?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yep. It's the scariest thing in the world.
Pain. I
You
think
gotta
it's
like
tough out here.
triple check, quadruple check everything.
Yeah. Oops.
This also
That's the
comes
best way
one
to
day
put
after
it.
me saying, "Who cares if the cameras are on? Just be a good person."
I mean,
I'm talking about how I just talk negatively about people and then
and you try
accidentally
not to
text
send
them.
it to them.
Yeah.
It's tough. Yeah, that was probably the wildest thing of the day. We'll see. And when you think about it, there's so much that we've talked about, and we're not even at day 100, right, of Trump's first 100 days in office.
No.
I don't know where we are along the line, but
66.
66, it is nothing if
Right,
not
'cause
newsworthy.
Maybe
Everything that's
it's
been
probably
going
less
on.
than 66, but he was inaugurated on the 20th of January. It's the
Okay.
26th. So,
Yeah, go ahead. Good on you with the math.
Peter, you want to do the math? I'm not good at that. That's
Yeah,
why
Peter's
I
good at
work
the
in
math.
news.
To your point, Linda says, take responsibility for the mistakes you made. Don't blame someone else for yours.
And that's the other thing that bothers me is he's like, yeah, I made the group chat, but it's not my
It's
fault.
not my fault. Then if you,
Oh.
how did he get in there? He didn't like make his way. Like, can you?
What?
You can't sneak into a group chat. I've never used Signal, so I don't really know how the app works.
I don't know how Signal works, but I do know, like, if you started a group chat with everyone at work, I
Right.
can add people in.
Oh, okay, so you think someone added this
I don't-
Atlantic guy
maybe.
in? Noreen says, "Can we all just work together to make it better and stop bringing us down? Be positive." I mean, I think you can try to bring a positive out of any of these stories, right? And we can try to do that. But I think this one is cut
This
and
is a
dry.
tough one.
It was oops. It was a mistake. You know what I mean? How we move forward from that mistake. Those are the discussions we'll be having today and we'll be talking about. But I do think that it is a first that deserves to be talked about. And maybe it's a little negative, but I think we got to talk about it. You can't avoid this. This is like the big headline of the day, you know?
If, good job, John. Your math sounds great. Wasn't listening at the moment, but good job.
I love the
Thanks.
blind
Thanks.
support. That's incredible.
Appreciate it, Peter. I think if I was involved in any of this, I would just go full Nick Miller and throw my phone against the wall.
Nick
You know what
Miller
I'm
from New
talking about?
Girl.
Yeah. Yeah. Where he takes the phone out of the girl's hand, just throws it at the wall.
You can't have any problems if your phone is broken.
Exactly. It's like having a cavity. If you don't go to the dentist, you just don't have one.
That's wild.
I'm not a doctor. Please don't listen to me.
Certainly not. So that's what we got for you today, I'm pretty sure. Highlights. Group text.
Be careful with the group text.
Weather Daddy greater than Mario Lopez.
Well, is that a highlight or is that just common knowledge?
Well, yeah. I mean, I didn't think we had to clarify that. We had to bring that up one more time.
It's like saying water's wet,
Yeah, obviously.
which it isn't.
Snow in March is just a fact of life in Western New York. But because of that, be careful out there. We saw
Jeanette gets me.
a bunch of... That is Nick Miller. He is Nick Miller, honestly.
You think so?
Yeah, I think you got Nick Miller vibes.
I think I'm a perfect mix of Nick Miller and Schmidt.
You think you have Schmidt in there?
I do think I have a little Schmidt. A
You know
little
where Schmidt
dramatic.
went to school?
He's from Long Island.
He went to Syracuse, though.
Oh, well,
In
who
the show.
cares? Well,
There you go.
all right, Anita. Anita,
You guys
I need to
crack me
leave.
up. I'll tell you what, Second Cup makes my day each and every day. Thank you for
Especially
being
this
here.
week, right?
Especially this week. Hanging out with
I needed that. I needed
Johnny, my boy, as Ed calls him, not my boy.
that. Okay,
Have a
Mike.
good Wednesday. See you tomorrow.